Alrighty guys, TechNinja117 back here with episode 2 of, I guess we'll call it season 2 of Kerbal Space Program. I made a couple modifications to the Kerbal 1, whereas I've added the separation rockets are now down on the bottom. They're to provide extra thrust for my spacecraft in separation instead of providing braking thrust for these. And there are also separation rockets here that are going to thrust the main stage away from my capsule, and instead of up here, because I figured they might damage something. And for a little bit more realism, I don't want to be damaging heat shields and whatnot, because God knows when they're going to put that in the game. I've also added one more 250-liter fuel tank on this, and one more 500 on the main stack, and changed the engines. These outboards now burn with the LVT-30s, and the inboard is a LVT-45 engine. So we'll see where this gets us. It is a little bit more power, a little bit more, actually it's a less, oh sorry, no, it's more power off the launch pad, and less power once we get to our second stage burning. The second stage is more fuel, each of the outboards has more fuel. Yeah, we're also going to have these Separons help with a little bit of thrust upon stage separation as well. So, we're going to go on ahead and give this a try and see where we get with this. Because remember, I am aiming for orbital now. It's about that time. Jebediah did return safely from the last mission, so he's up in this rocket as well. And here we go. And as always, there goes my phone. I think I didn't have my phone go off last episode. That is odd for me, and I do need to turn down my speakers a little bit, so I'm pretty sure that's getting picked up on the microphone. I just like hearing that raw rocket power. I keep accelerating barely here. And there goes my first 250-liter fuel tank. Keep it going. Jeb's super happy. Accelerating phase as we go up through the atmosphere. Keep on staging down the throttle, conserving the fuel. Conserving the fuel. It conserves the fuel. Times I say conserving the fuel counter, just because I've said it quite a bit so far this video. Alright, goody, we are at 11,000 feet, just about to run through our second fuel tank on our outboards. Now here goes the third fuel tank. This is going to go pretty quickly. Let's see, what's the flow rate on this? 3.3 liters per second. Nope, a little bit higher. Alrighty. So I have a little bit of Darjeeling tea over here as well. In case anybody wondered, I am a tea fanatic. I love the stuff. I think it is one of the most amazing substances ever discovered and or made by man. So I'm a little bit Captain Picard-like on that. Get the whole tea Earl Grey hot going on. Alright, and here we go. Passing 30,000. For stage separation. That gives a stupid boost. Holy crap. Oh, my main rocket is gone. I wonder what caused that. Did it fall off or did it break? Not entirely sure. Well, that's odd. Definitely not supposed to happen. I wonder if I got damaged by the separation motors? That would be odd. At which point I would probably need to put the separation motors on the winglets, but... well, balls. I guess we're just going to time warp ourselves through this. Because we're pretty much just going to go up and then back down, because we have no more thrust. And that just pulled that off instead of actually breaking the... Okay. Well, that was fun. And kind of sucked. Well, I guess there's a failed launch, and I want to find out what the hell happened with that, because I mean that was odd. All of a sudden my engine was missing, and all that happened was the separation motors burned. So I'm guessing that the separation motors destroyed the main engine. At least that's what I can gather from that. So I guess we'll see in a couple seconds what happened. There's the Space Center. Jeb, you've been a really good test pilot. Even with all that, you're still happy as all hell. Launch the chute. Sip the tea. And cry because the mission was a bit of a failure. Because I definitely did not achieve orbital flight because my rocket went missing. I think that it'll have the power to do it, it's just the thing blew off. Time warp. Wow, you come in slow with this parachute now. 6 meters a second. You used to come flying in. Alrighty, so let's see. Let's end the flight. End the flight. What the hell happened? LVT-45 liquid fuel engine exploded due to overheating. So I'm guessing, because liquid engine 2 was damaged by engine exhaust. Liquid engine 2 was damaged by engine exhaust from set motor 1. LVT-45 liquid fuel engine exploded due to overheating. Separation of stage 2 confirmed. That's later on in the flight, so let's not worry about that. Yeah, so I guess I need to move those separation motors out a bit because they overheated this engine and caused it to explode. So, you can't put them on the ends of the winglets. Don't want to put them there. Can't put them on the motor itself. Huh. Well, let's just get rid of several of those. Nice, we'll just embed this in here if that works. And see if 4 won't blow that up. Probably need to, yeah, and I guess we'll go on ahead now. Alright, because it's not going to let me do that. Crap. Well, yeah, we'll see if 4 rocket motors, I guess, is enough to not blow that up. Okay, I guess this being modified will be the Kerbal 3, and let's go for it. And I'm probably just going to go ahead and fast forward this through the next stage separation, or through to the next stage separation. Just because I don't think you guys feel like sitting through this one more time. So just in case I don't, though, I keep talking. Remember, this is the first time I've ever used the separation motors on the stage that is going to be separated. Or that is, instead of, I'm sorry, this is the first time I used separation motors to try and accelerate the main stage versus retro-firing on the stages that are separating. So I'm in completely new territory here for myself. And yeah, I'm just kind of trying to figure out what's going on. Maybe it was a little bit more efficient, who knows. All I know is I do need to start my gravity roll. It's definitely going a little nicer, I think. Stage 2 separation. Yep, there it goes. Okay, so I cannot use like 4 rockets on that. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and slate. There's no point in splashing that down. Vehicle assembly building. Okay, so that's going to overheat that engine, so I can't do that that way. So much for using all of the thrust at my disposal. Because I figured the way I saw it was that if I went on ahead and used the thrusters to thrust the stage forward, then it would be a little better than if I used the thrusters to thrust the stages that are separating away from the module. I guess that's not true, and I guess that you just end up completely blowing the hell out of your spacecraft when you do that. So I wonder, just one last test, if this can be done with 2 separation rockets. So let's just go. This, I guess, is going to be the last launch of this this episode too. Yeah, very disappointing episode. I was hoping to at least achieve orbital flight, but we'll see. If this works, then I could still achieve orbital flight this episode. If it doesn't, then I will be a sad, sad panda. Flying out of the gates. sip of tea. Why? Just because. Keep the roll going, passing through 30,000 feet. No! 2 is just too much. Just. They ran out just as that engine exploded. That is highly disappointing. But look at that. That's a very nice separation. Unfortunately, just too much for that engine. And unfortunately, if you do any less than 2, you're going to unbalance the thrust of the vehicle. So, I guess that's that. This was an episode of Failure, brought to you by TechNinja117. I guess if you liked watching my rockets explode and my things fail, please do like the video, leave a comment telling me exactly what I did wrong and why it's never going to work, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Other than that, so this was, once again, TechNinja117 signing off, and as always, guys, have fun and good creeping.